Hello everyone, welcome to another Tower Defense Simulator video. Today I'll be showing you how to get an easy triumph on the new map Polluted Wastelands, which has been just added into the game with the recent Tower Defense Simulator update. Now before we get started, let's take a look at the loadout I would recommend on using. Player 1 takes DJ, Farm, Outlaw, Pyro, and Turret. Player 2 takes Commander, Electroshocker, Enforcer, Mortar or Rocketeer, and Minigunner. Player 3 takes John, Turret, Mortar or Rocketeer, Minigunner, and Farm. And Player 4 takes Freezer, Minigunner, Farm, Turret, and Outlaw. Now first of all, you will need a group of 4 players to beat this map, because obviously this map is pretty hard and it's not possible to beat it in like a trio or a duo or a solo. Some of them should farm for late game troops and some of them should defend for early game. Towers like Soldier, Enforcer, Holiday Archer, and Minigunner can be really useful in early waves. For the waves later on, players who have farmed should be getting level 2 outlaws, like around wave 10. They should have enough money to get outlaws to like deal with the wasted boss. And you can get by wave 10 and 15 by just like spamming outlaws and minigunners. Around waves 15 to 19, all players must focus on the game and work on towers that deal great amounts of damage and are cost efficient, like Minigunner and Outlaw. Those towers are really cost efficient and they make really damage outputs. And all of the players should work on helpful support towers like Commander and John. These towers can be really useful. DJ as well to give range and discount bonus. These towers can be pretty much really useful around these waves. At wave 22, if you already know, amalgamation zombies start coming, and these zombies are really OP if you are not prepared. You should use the Call of Arms ability, and if you have a maxed out John, you should use the Gorilla Noses ability of the John. These boost your towers by 30%, Commander boosts your towers by 30% fire rate, and John boosts your towers by 30% damage. These towers can be really useful to defeat the amalgamate, and you should have cost efficient and high damage towers like, again, Minigunner and Outlaw. Turret can be also useful and Enforcer, but mainly you just use Minigunner and Outlaw. You should have, as I said, a lot of damage output to outstand the Amalgamation's healing. Amalgamation has 5000 HP, I believe, and he heals like every second, and that's what makes him like really hard. So to deal with that, you should use Minigunner and Outlaw. Those towers are the best choices, believe me, trust me. Your damage per second must be higher than 300 to outcome with the Amalgamate's healing. Some towers that can slow down zombies like Pyromancer, Freezer, and Electroshocker can be really useful in this situation, since they can save you plenty amounts of time. Also, never ever skip any wave unless you ensure that you will be fine in the next wave, because like this is a mistake that most of the players make. Don't skip any wave unless you are like very sure you will be fine, especially around wave 22 to 29 and 30 to 40. Never ever skip any wave, you will just put yourself in trouble. Splash damage troops like Rocketeer, Mortar, and Demoman are useless against crowds of Amalgamate zombies, since Amalgamate zombies can heal. These zombies in the back are just like not gonna be dealt that much damage, since they're just gonna heal it off. But unless you have lots of literally an army of Rocketeers and Mortars, then they can be useful, but like just 2 or 3 Rocketeers are just not going to be useful against them. So don't use these towers in mid game. As I said, the best way to deal with these zombies is just to use Minigunner and Outlaw. I'm literally writing under this 5 and 10 times. This is the key to beat this event. Minigunner and Outlaw. You trust me? Do you trust me? If you trust me, then you will use minigunner and outlaw, alright? This is the only way to beat this. Literally the only way to beat this. I promise you. Basically, just use any tower that can deal high single target DPS with good cost efficiency, and combining them with Commander's Call of Arms ability and John's Gorilla Noises ability, and along with the towers that can slow Amalgamate down like Pyromancer, Electroshocker. Those towers are really useful, especially Electroshocker. Electroshocker is really good crowd and slowing down tower. If you can't get past these waves somehow, which most of the players do, just try practicing with your group members and I'm pretty sure you should be fine. Level 4 outlaws can be also useful because level 4 outlaws deal high instant damage. Like, they have a low fire, but damage is so instant that it can deal really high amounts of damage. And for waves around 30 to 35, we got past with mid waves now. We are moving on to the late game, which is going to be 30 to 40. For these waves, you should use whatever you will use in a normal game and probably work on farms. So it is more recommended to work on farms a little bit earlier. Plenty amounts of zombies are gonna come in these waves, like mysteries, amalgamates, bosses, tanks, whatever, boomers, stuff like that. So splash towers are going to be really useful. Mortar and Rocketeer, though I would recommend using Mortar. I did make a video about this and I said Mortar was bad, but no, Mortar is actually better than Rocketeer in most of the situations. But Rocketeer can also be useful, so if you're not level 75, you should use Rocketeer. Then for around wave 35 to 39, which is when Templar boss comes. And yes, Templar boss also comes in this mini event. I'm not really gonna tell this an event. This is not an event. This is like a map, like Badlands. You know how you would get the Cowboy Tower when you beat Badlands? It's something like this. It's like a mini event. For these waves, as I said, 35 to 39, which is going to be when Templar comes, you should be getting a lot of splash towers to deal with Templar, obviously. And you can use also Enforcer to deal with like the Templar, since Templar takes collision damage directly. So SWAT vans, SWAT van, whatever, you can use that. And you should be getting a lot of splash towers, as I said again, Mortar and Rocketeer. You already have towers that slow zombies down, but if you don't, you should place them. And of course, I forgot this Commander and John ability. Abilities are like literally the best and the only way to beat this map easily and without any problem. You can beat this map without using Commander and John. I have seen people who have actually done that, but it's really low chance. I don't think you can do that, so Commander and John must be used. The second biggest problem of this map is gonna be the circuit zombies, which can be really annoying to deal with. Those circuit zombies have 2,500 HP, and they make themselves and the surrounding zombies go a lot, and I mean a lot faster. Although this is no problem for us if we have any slowing down towers, especially Electroshocker, since Electroshocker is gonna stun them constantly and endlessly. And those zombies won't even have a chance to move at all, since the Electroshocker keeps constantly stunning them, and the Pyromancer is gonna slow them down. Along with the Freezer, who will constantly keep freezing the zombies. Yeah, those circuit zombies don't stand a chance against you if you have those. And also, I already mentioned this, but I gotta mention it again. Always use the Commander and the John ability. These are really useful. If you did that, or you don't have any of these towers, you should be working on max upgrading your outlaws and start working on turrets, because you will be needing a lot of DPS to defeat the nuclear falling king. After ensuring that you have enough damage output to withstand the further waves, work on turrets and max them out. These guys deal crazy amounts of damage. Even turrets have the highest consistent single target DPS in the game, so you will be needing them. And on wave 40, keep using the abilities of your towers endlessly and max out all of your towers like Outlaw, Turret, Minigunner, whatever. Those towers are just gonna shred through the Fallen King if the Fallen King does not spawn as circuit zombies and boost himself, which can happen, and there's nothing you can do about that. That's just luck. But don't worry about that since the chances of that happening are very low. Yeah, if you have outlaws, turrets, minigunners, and plenty amounts of troops to kill the Fallen King and you keep chaining the abilities of your towers, congratulations, you probably just won. Yeah, that's all. This actually is not that hard, but it's probably most of because the map is very big. Like lane coverage on the map is insane. Like literally, if this thing was on any other map, it would be literally impossible since the enemies are just too hard to deal with. Anyway, that's all, and if you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment below, and if you like the content, make sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to support me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.